Ready? Have we got our sillies out?
No.
Get your laughing out now.
Come on.
Come on.
No.
No, look like you've been bloody crying.
Are we ready? We apologise in advance for the background noise in this video. We had a 4-year-old who was very overtired and had just been scratched by the cat. And the local Willy Wagtails decided to come into our shed while filming and sing us a song of their people. So, bear with us. Hi guys, I'm Dan.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And we have...
Riley. Mackenzie. Callie.
And Callie. Good job, Callie. We are leaving to travel Australia for 12 months. We're leaving from the Tamworth area at Atunga. We are leaving in, well, about a month for our proper lap. So we leave at the end of this week and go to Jess's brother's on a working holiday for 3 weeks, where we're going to go and drive some tractors and help with the planning for the year. And then we're gone on our own, so to speak.
Yep.
So we thought we'd do a little video just to tell you guys who we are, give you a bit of information about why we're doing it, how we're doing it, and introduce you to these ferals.
Excuse me.
So we've done a few questions just to ask the kids and Jess and I, just so we can help give us a bit of a script, just so we, don't ramble on about nothing. So to start with, what made us decide to travel?
I guess basically I've always done travelling with my family, and we both enjoy camping, and we just wanted to show the kids what's out there.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
Just spend more time with the kids, and
we always tried to do at least one decent holiday a year anyway. Whether that was, we've done the Simpson Desert, we've done Fraser Island, we've done Moreton a couple of times, and yeah, we always try and get out and show the kids the Australian history and culture and all that sort of stuff. Why we decided to sort of travel and do a lap rather than just keep doing our little travels, it's becoming more popular. We see a lot of people doing it, which obviously puts the seed in your head. And then I am a pest and building inspector, so a lot of my work was going and talking to people selling houses and getting information about why they were selling. And so many times you just hear the same story, that they just bought the caravan and they'd got to retirement age and something had gone wrong. The wife had got ill or the husband had got ill and they never got to do it. And I just didn't want that to be us. I want us to go out and live our holiday and make memories with our kids while we're young and relatively fit and able, rather than waiting till the kids are left home and potentially not making it to retirement age, or if we do, being too old and cranky to really enjoy it. So that was why. The other reason that really pushed us into it was I lost my mum last year, or the kids' grandparent, which had a massive impact on our life. She was very, very all about her kids and her grandkids and was a huge support of our family, and she died too young, and we just decided that we want to get out and do it. We want to make as much memories with our kids as we can, get out there and really get some valuable time. So why 2023? Why did we decide now, and when did we decide?
2023 we decided 5 years ago. We've always talked about going the travelling, and I just said to Dan, we need to make a date, we need to pick a year, otherwise we'll just keep saying we'll do it. So I sort of worked it around the kids' ages. At the time we were looking at having a third baby, so we thought we'll have the third baby first and then wait till they're a little bit older. I didn't want the kids in high school, I didn't want them too old because I've got to homeschool them, so I didn't want it to be tricky for homeschooling. But we did want to be out of the nappies and out of day sleeps and that sort of stuff for the younger one. So 2023 just happened to be that year, and it's finally here. 5 years ago we said it, and it's here. So it's a bit scary.
Everybody says when you're planning a trip, obviously we've watched all the YouTube videos and other families doing it, and every person always says the same story: you have to have a date or you will keep putting it off. There is never a perfect time. And this perfect example, yeah, we've had things come up that has made us think maybe we shouldn't do it now. We've had job opportunities come up for things that we've wanted for a long time, but there's always going to be a reason not to do it. So really, you've just...
We're just going to stick to it and
Just
we're
got to
going to
do
go.
it, don't you? Yeah. That's awesome.
Alright. What's our next question?
Alright, so questions for all of us. We'll start
with the kids.
Start with Mackenzie. What are you most looking forward to when we go travelling?
Mostly to go to all the zoos. I just really love animals. I want to see all the animals.
Yeah.
As many animals as you can.
You have some pets and animals here that you're going to miss, aren't you? That got our family looking after while we're away. So, yeah, your biggest thing is you're going to want to go to Australia Zoo. You're going to try and...
Especially Australia Zoo.
We've been getting money for birthdays and things for a little while, so you're going to use that for some zookeeper experiences and stuff like that. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Riley, what are you looking forward to most, buddy?
Spending time with my family.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's a nice answer.
Yeah. Is there anything that you've
Want to see?
seen on other YouTube videos and stuff that you really get excited to want to do?
Great Barrier Reef.
Great Barrier Reef, cool.
Yeah.
And you really want to do some quad bike tours and stuff like that too, don't you?
I'll get you one in a minute. Kaylee,
Do you know anything that you really want to do
what
while
do
we're
you want to
travelling?
do while we're travelling?
Get some babies.
Get
Get some babies.
Ah.
You love your bubbers. You want to take your bubbers on holidays, do you?
I want to take baby.
Yeah.
Take your babies on holidays?
Baby.
Bree.
Is that baby?
I'm not sure what that one.
What are you most looking forward to, Jess?
I guess, yeah, spending quality time with the kids.
We might have lost Callie.
He'll be back, I'm sure. Yeah, spending time with the kids mainly, and just not having to be in that rut of routine, or as a strict routine where the kids have got to go to bed at a certain time because we've got to get them up to catch the bus and go to school the next day, where we can have that little bit of a sleep in if we want in the mornings. Yeah, and just show the kids Australia. As I said, I've done travelling a little bit with my family growing up, and to be able to go back there now as an adult will be awesome, and to show the kids that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very similar. I'm most looking forward to being able to spend lots of time with my kids. So I didn't do as much travelling as Jess did as a kid. We weren't sort of financial enough to do that sort of thing growing up, but which is one, why I want to do it when we're in a position to be able to do it. And the other is that to do what we're about to do has meant that we've had a business for the last 7 years where I've worked a lot, being my own boss. It's been great to set us up to do what we're about to do, but it's also come at a cost of being on the computer up until midnight at night, being home but not being home. So even though I'm home with the kids, I can't go and play with them, and that was really hard for them to understand. And everybody's the same that works for themselves. You do get a little bit of flexibility, but you don't turn away work either. So while ever it's busy, you work. So yeah, same. I'm really looking forward to spending lots of time with these guys and being able to say yes more often when they want to do walks and
I'm the same. When they want to go for a ride
stuff like that.
Yeah, the same.
What do you think will be the worst thing about travelling full time and not living in a house?
I think that we might actually keep traveling and like never come back. And if we do, I'll be really sad because I'm gonna miss all my friends and all my animals.
Yeah, so you'll miss your friends and your animals, and you're worried we'll keep travelling.
You know that would kind of be fun.
Would kind of be fun too. What do you reckon, buddy?
I don't really have one.
You don't really have one. You're just all for it. Good job, Callie. I think, yeah, the worst thing for you will be not seeing your family, won't it?
No.
Yeah, you've got
Your cousin, your aunts and uncles
and aunts and cousins and everyone wrapped around your finger. And every time you see them, you're Dr. Callie, so you don't know how they're going to go without getting their checkups and things. They'll have to find a new doctor, aren't they?
Are you all better?
You're very caring.
Oh, no.
Okay, out of all the amazing spots around Oz, what's at the top of your list to go and see? I'll start with you.
Oh,
better.
better,
I already
yeah.
have mine.
Look, I have lots, I guess. Nothing really in particular, just seeing a lot of people travelling and that sort of stuff and seeing spots. I just write them all down, but I am probably a sucker for waterfalls. I do like the waterfalls and stuff, not only swimming in, like under them and stuff, but just seeing them fall. But yeah, I'm happy just to go anywhere and see anything really.
Yeah, Riley, what are you most looking forward to?
Holes.
Yeah, swimming, waterfalls, that sort of thing. You were saying the other day you really want to see the pink lake too, don't you? Yeah, so stuff like that you've seen on TV that looks really cool.
Yeah.
What's yours, baby?
I really want to go and see Australia Zoo.
Yeah.
So I've heard it's a really big zoo and it has lots of animals in it.
Yeah, Mum and Dad have been to Australia Zoo, but that was before you were born, so that'd be pretty cool to go back with you guys. It'll be
What
different
do you
again.
want to see, Kylie?
I want to see some...
What do you think you might want to see when we go travelling?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's too many
My favourite spots would be, again, I love waterfalls, national parks, beaches, really anything. I've always been forward driving and exploring sort of based. For me, I think would be Catherine, Darwin, Mataranka, all those awesome spots around there, and pretty much all of WA.
Yeah, actually another thing I really want to do beach camping. I just want to be able to just open up the door and just be already on the sand and at the beach. Sit there and watch the kids build their sand castles and not have to be too far from watching them. So yeah.
And again with Darwin, I've always wanted to go to Darwin and never have, and that was somewhere we'd always talked about taking Mum, but never got to happen. So I'm pretty excited to go to Darwin.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a special spot for me. What's your biggest fear about the next 12 months travelling? What are you worried about or anxious about? Is there anything that you think might be a bit difficult or not really?
I have one.
Yeah.
What's
I
yours,
feel
babe?
like we're gonna be traveling, but we might run out of money, and we still halfway through traveling.
That's very important, isn't it? So we've got to remember that it's 12 months of life. It's not just a holiday. So we can't do everything and eat at every restaurant and do stuff like we normally would on a small holiday, because we've got to afford to do it for 12 months, don't we? What's yours, Mum?
My fear, I guess, to be honest, is homeschooling. I have done childcare, and I did do COVID lockdown homeschool, and it wasn't too bad, but I think trying to rein the kids in to do a little bit of schoolwork when the beach is out there or there's fun stuff outside they want to do. So I've already had chats with them that we do have to do a bit of schooling every day, so hopefully it is a breeze and it'll be okay. It might be a bit hard to start with, but that's probably my biggest fear or anxious with. What about you, Dan?
My biggest fear would be vehicle related, I think. So the thing that worries me the most is that we have a big caravan. It's a 22'6" triple bunk full off-road van, which we'll show you a walkthrough of a bit later on, but it is a heavy van, so that restricted what we could pull it with, essentially. We did have a new Hilux which wasn't going to cut it, so we had to sell a fairly new vehicle and go to an older 200 series Land Cruiser, which we just filmed a walkthrough on that, didn't we, buddy? So we'll show you a video of walking through the car a bit later, and a bit more information on the tug vehicle. But just because it is a high kilometre car, I'm a bit worried about getting stranded somewhere with injector failure or something like that. So I'm going to be pretty anal on going over the vehicle just before we leave, getting a health check done on compression testing and injectors and all that sort of stuff, and trying to do preventative stuff on it rather than having it catch us out somewhere in the middle of nowhere and be stuck there for a month where we don't want to be while we wait for parts. So that'd be my biggest thing. What do you do if the vehicle's involved in an accident, if somebody falls asleep and runs into the car, or we're stuck somewhere without a tug vehicle? Or my other sort of thing is hail damage. If we not having the vehicle and the van under a shed for 12 months continuously, there's a good chance we'll run into a bit of hail or some wild storms. If you do get hail damage on the vehicle or the van and it writes the van off, is that the end of our trip, sort of thing? So it's not enough of a worry to stop us doing the trip, but that's sort of what my biggest anxiety would be about, I guess. So we're going to do what we can. Obviously we've got insurances and stuff to cover that, but with the big weights on vans at the moment, and hearing the horror stories of vans that have been written off from minor hail damage, if we were to lose our home essentially while we're travelling, what do you do while you wait for a replacement and all the process to go through? So other than that, what will you miss the most from home? We did little videos. We've done one for Mackenzie and we've done one for Riley. If you haven't watched those, check those out and that'll give you an idea. And we're about to do one for you, aren't we? Yeah, but you're pretty lucky because you really like your dollies and your doctor's kits.
They'll all be able to come with us.
And they can come with us.
Who are some special people you're going to miss when we go?
I think that
Who
You're going to miss Adam.
Miss Adam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
who
else are you
else?
going to miss?
You're gonna miss Will.
Tony,
Tony.
Uncle Tony.
What about Will?
What about Athena?
Will.
Will.
Yeah.
And Athena.
Athena and
Scott.
Uncle Scott. What about Evie?
Yeah.
Yeah, your two best friends, Athena and Evie. She's Callie's normally quite a shy kid when she first started at daycare and didn't really have many friends. And now she's made these two best friends. So I think she's going to struggle a little bit, maybe taking her away from them. But hopefully
We are,
she'll make new
obviously
friends.
that's the biggest thing that we're most aware of with travelling is that the kids do have their bonds and their friendships and things that we're taking them away. And while I think they're going to have massive advantages with meeting lots of kids on the road, I think we're very fortunate to be doing it now and not years ago. It's a lot more common now. A lot of the vans and people travelling are young families, so there is a lot of young families on the road. This one makes friends really easily and makes friends with everyone everywhere we go, so that'll be good, and I think it'll help probably bring Rooster out of his shell a little bit, and you can make some friends a bit quicker. And yeah, while you only get those short-term relationships with them and you move on, they do get that variety of friends and stuff. And our kids go to a very small school, so the whole primary school is only 35 students at the moment. So the good thing with that is, that they're really supportive. They have a great bond with all the kids there. And our teachers are going to do Zoom calls and video calls with the students at school and stuff, so we can keep in contact with them. The kids can write a diary every week and then talk to the kids about what they've seen and what they enjoyed, and hopefully some of the kids can watch the YouTube channel and stuff as well. We're going to try and do the YouTube channel a little bit differently, where the kids do a lot of the filming and the kids show you their perspectives as well as just ours. So yeah, we are just a regular family. We're not, we don't have an endless budget. We've done what we had to do to be able to afford this for 12 months. It's a huge thing. Not being able to work for 12 months and travel is awesome, but we can't just do every experience. But at the same time, we can afford to do what we want to do. And spending time with you guys is going to be more important than the experiences anyway, isn't it? Yep. So yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, we just wanted to give a little introduction as to who we are. We're leaving, as I said, from sort of northwest slopes, New South Wales. We're going to be travelling north up to the tip, across up through the centre and up to Darwin, down the centre, and then up WA sort of early next year. So we've got a 12 to sort of 14 month roughly time frame. Want to be pretty loose on it if we can. So
yeah.
Obviously,
which we're struggling with because we're both very planned people. We like to have a plan and know where we're going and what we're doing, but we've read so many things that people have said don't make too much of a plan, just have a vague idea and that sort of thing. So we are struggling with that, but hopefully, once we get on the road, it won't be as daunting, maybe. Yeah,
so we want to have that bit of flexibility, a rough idea of where we're going and the direction we're heading, but we want to have that flexibility if we're somewhere that's really awesome and we can stick around a few days longer than planned.
Then we will, yeah.
Or if we, find that we don't really, we've covered everything we thought it'd take a week and a couple of days, we can move on.
Yeah.
Our other thing is we plan to sort of have 1 day a week roughly travelling, moving on to a new area, and then setting up a base camp again and doing day trips from that area. That'll save us a bit of fuel, and also means we don't have to tow our big van through all the tight tracks and all the areas we want to look at. So so having said that sort of thing, then we want to be able to choose our travel day. So if we plan on travelling on a Friday, for instance, and it's blowing a gale and it's miserable, we'll probably stick around another day and hope for better weather, so the wind drag doesn't knock us around. If you've got any questions before we leave, if there's any families out there that are about to do it, and want to know any questions, we will be answering a lot of them with the vehicle questions in an upcoming video, and we're going to do a full walk around on the van inside and out and all the
I'm still just doing a few little things just to finish it off. We've been fortunate enough, we've been living in the van since January already, so I've already been sort of changing things and moving things around, but I'm hoping by next week or so we will be happy to be filming it and showing you through it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure once we'll be travelling, I'll probably find things that's because we've sat still for so long. I may find that things aren't going to be right because we're travelling and we're moving. Things might need to be moved, but I think everyone learns to start, so yeah, we've got to start somewhere.
Exactly, it's
So,
going to
yeah.
be a big learning curve for us.
Yeah.
And a big change.
But,
Yeah, we're definitely
yeah,
really
we're
looking
definitely
forward to it.
excited, aren't we? No worries.
Alright,
Alright, you gonna say goodbye?
bye. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll
Bye.
have some new videos up soon.
Alright,
Thanks, guys.
bye.
It's still on.
Is it?
Yeah.